You're listening to the Life Coaching Secrets Podcast, episode 100. Did you know that life coaches are needed now more than ever? I'm Frank Macri, founder of Thriving Coach Academy. I've trained over 1,000 coaches and helped them launch their own successful coaching businesses. If you want to make an incredible income and impact as a coach and have a lot of fun doing it, I'll show you exactly how to get it done. This is Life Coaching Secrets. What's up, coaches? We made it. Episode 100. Oh my goodness. This is super exciting. And I got to say, it has been such a fun ride producing the past 100 episodes for you all. And it's just been one of my greatest joys to be able to sit down, piece together some of the advice that I wish I had when I was getting started as a coach and be able to give them to you. It's really amazing to hear that a lot of you that enroll in the Academy, it started with you discovering this podcast, and this was the kickoff for you. So I want to thank you, whether you're a new listener or whether you are a loyal subscriber already. It's been such a fun journey, and believe me, I am not done. I've got so many more episodes. So here is to the next 100, and thank you again for being here. So for episode 100, I wanted to share a concept that I came up with, and I share it with our coaches, and I want to share it with you. And it's a concept that I call drawing a line in the sand, or putting a line in the sand. And this is truly the one thing that you need to do whenever you want to reinvent yourself, whenever you want your client to reinvent themselves. All right. So I want to break this concept down for you and give you examples. And I want you to see how you can start applying this to your life, because whenever you're looking to level up, whenever you're looking to achieve a new goal, it's going to require that you change the way you see yourself and you change the way you talk about yourself, because the thoughts you have about yourself matter. Right? The way that you see yourself impacts how you show up, and it impacts whether or not you get results. So whenever we want to evolve, we need to look at how is it that you're currently seeing yourself. Okay, this is called your self-concept. So you have this self-concept, and for a lot of people, your self-concept is not that good, because what informs your self-concept is all of these external sources in your life, the things that your parents said about you, the things that your teachers, your bosses, your peers, your family members, your religion, the media, right? You hear all these different ideas and judgments about who you are and who you should be, and then you might start to take them on, even subconsciously. And then when it comes to you really wanting to achieve something extraordinary in your life, you realize you get stuck because you are living in a limited version of yourself, and it's time to reinvent who you are. It's time to level up. So whenever you are looking to level up and change the results you're getting in your life, you've got to change the way you understand who you are. So this is what I mean when I say having a line in the sand. There's 3 magical words that I love to use with clients, and I invite you to start using it right away with your clients and even on yourself. And these 3 words put a line in the sand between the person that you were and the person that you are becoming. And those 3 words are up until today. Up until today. Okay? So I want you to think about any kind of limiting belief or insecurity or doubt or just negative judgment that you have about yourself. Right? It might be that, you're a procrastinator, or you're bad at making decisions, or you're really shy, or you don't know how to put yourself out there, or, you are afraid of saying the wrong thing, that you are concerned about what other people think about you, right? We have all these things that we say about ourselves, and we just put a period at the end of it as if that's the way it's always going to be. But I want you to now add the phrase up until today to the end of that. And notice how it starts to feel different. Okay? So you might already see yourself as like, oh, I'm just such a procrastinator. But then we say, I've been such a procrastinator up until today. Or, I am shy up until today, right? I feel like I don't have much value to offer up until today. Hear the power of that phrase? When you say that, it puts a line in the sand between the person that you were and the person that you are becoming. Now, most people they're a victim to their past self, but they're not allowing themselves to live into their future self. Okay? So right now, think about how much power you're giving to the person you've been, and how could you start giving the power to the person that you're becoming? The way you do that is by putting a line in the sand and by beginning to redefine who you are. Okay? So the first part is noticing what self-doubts or insecurities or any kind of limiting beliefs, not good enough statements, I'm not good enough, I'm not interesting enough, or I don't think I'm good enough. It could, even with a lot of you wanting to become successful coaches, right? You might have all these thoughts about it. Like, I don't think I'm going to be, I don't think I'm going to be successful up until today. Like up until today, you have that thought. It all starts here. So even in sessions with clients, I'll be like, okay, so that's how you feel up until today, up until this moment. Because this moment, this session, this podcast is your turning point. It's all up until today. We've put this line, all right? So another way that you can start putting this line in the sand, in addition to that phrase up until today, like up until today, I was someone that was a procrastinator. Up until today, I was someone that was afraid to make decisions. Up until today, I was insecure about the sound of my voice. Up until today, I was, afraid to start a new chapter in my life. So we have this up until today phrase. Another way that you can put a line in the sand is by starting to describe your past self as if it's actually your past self, and stop putting it in your present self. So instead of saying, I'm just the type of person that is a follower, right? I'm just the type of person that is afraid to speak my mind, right? You can say, I am no longer the person who is afraid to speak my mind. I am no longer the person who just settles for what is. So you start saying, I am no longer, okay? It's like you are expiring this version of yourself, but it's just by tweaking the language. It's just by making little adjustments to the way you describe yourself. Little adjustments can make a huge difference. And I want you to start catching yourself the next time you start saying a self-deprecating thing about yourself, or something negative about who you are, or something that just limits your possibility. Okay? And it doesn't even have to be about yourself. It could be thoughts and ideas that you have about your success and about your future and about your goals. Okay? So you might think like, it's just, I'll never make $1 million as a coach. You might have that thought. Or you can just decide to think about that differently and say, I used to think it was impossible to make $1 million as a coach. I used to think it was impossible. So you see how you're saying, I used to. You are putting a line in the sand, and you're making it clear that this is now something you no longer believe. You're opening your brain up to new beliefs and new possibilities. Okay, following me here? So far, what we've done is we put this line between the person that you were and the person that you're becoming. Okay? You start to separate the two by having a phrase like up until today, I would believe blank, or I no longer believe blank, or I used to believe blank. Okay? I used to believe that success would be a lot of hard work. I used to believe that it would take so many years before I would actually become successful as a coach. Or up until today, I would think that I was a bad father, mother, sister, brother. Up until today. All right? Now that we have this line in the sand, the next part of reinvention is being able to start declaring what's new. Start declaring what's actually true about yourself. Start to rewrite these rules about who you are and what's possible. Okay, so how you do this is you start with the phrase, as of today. That's one of the phrases you can use when it comes to your new way of expressing yourself. As of today, I believe blank. As of today, I see myself as blank. As of today, I feel blank about myself. Okay, so that's how you start to now create new possibilities. So you might say, as of today, I am the type of person who speaks my mind freely. As of today, I am the person that shares their gifts with the world. As of today, I'm the person who says yes to new possibilities. Okay, so you now that we've put a line in the sand, we can create this new version of you. We can reinvent who you are. So I geek out about this stuff if you can't really tell. Hopefully you're going along with this and actually applying this right now to yourself right now. So as of today, that's one of those magical phrases, just like that phrase up until today. We put that line in the sand and then we say, as of today, I am the person who blank. And you get to rewrite your own rule book. You get to decide who you want to be. You don't need anyone else's permission. You don't even need evidence of something before you can believe it. I'll say that one more time. You don't need any evidence of a thought before you can believe it. I know that sounds wild. Okay, you do not need to have any evidence of it. So you might say, as of today, I am someone who says yes, even in the face of fear. Right? Maybe you don't have that evidence in your mind, but you're just deciding that's the person you want to be. Right? You don't need the evidence to let it be true for you. You let it be true, and then you start creating the evidence. You following me here? So you can let something be true, and then you will start creating the evidence. You don't need evidence. If you only needed evidence before you could believe something new, then we would perpetually be stuck. And a lot of people, unfortunately, stay perpetually stuck in their lives because they're letting their past dictate their future. They're saying, well, I've never done that before. I've never believed that before. I don't have evidence of that, so therefore I can't change it. Right? They're just letting their current circumstances define their reality and define their future. And that doesn't have to be the case. Okay? You can say, up until today, I've let my past define my future. As of today, I am a person who freely decides who I want to be. As of today, I'm a person who believes something without needing to have evidence of it. You see how I'm putting a line in the sand right now? I'm applying this right now in real time with you all. Okay, so as of today, I am blank. You may have just heard I had a fork next to me that just fell off my desk. I don't know if you heard that in the background. So as of today, I am someone that is willing to jump into new possibilities. As of today, I am giving myself permission to honor my gifts, whatever it could be. All right. So that's one of those amazing phrases. Another great phrase to use with reinvention, now that you're creating yourself, you're reinventing yourself, is I am becoming the person who. I'm becoming the person who. This is a great phrase. I am becoming the person who. Okay. I am now, if it feels too much of a stretch to say I am, like as of today, I am a risk taker, right? Maybe that might be too much of a stretch for your brain to wrap its head around. That's okay. You can say, I am becoming a person who takes risks. I am becoming the person who allows myself to lean into new possibilities. All right. So I am becoming the person who. This is such a beautiful way to describe yourself because you put that line in the sand, right? Right. So this is how you can you will have such beautiful breakthroughs with your clients when you start using this, when you put a line in the sand. And I encourage you to catch them right when your client has some kind of limiting belief about themselves. I sometimes will jump in. I'll be like, up until today, like that's an interesting thought for you to have up until today, up until this coaching session. As of now, what will be different about you? As of today, what will change? So it helps it just puts a break. Your clients will just come to a break. You'll put a pause in their tracks and they'll actually start redefining themselves in that moment. Okay, so in summary, the line in the sand is the key to reinvention, all right? So whenever you're looking to level up, whenever you're working with clients, they've got to rewrite their rules. They've got to see themselves differently. So how you do that is first of all, we just start to put those expired thoughts where they belong, which is in the past. And we make it clear that they're no longer relevant thoughts by saying things like, up until today, I would think that I would be afraid of failure, right? Or up until today, I would be the type of person who would be just insecure about my body. Up until today, I was that person. Past tense, right? I am no longer the person who needs permission before they share their ideas. I am no longer the person who. So we're saying I'm no longer up until today, and we're speaking about it in the past tense because it's the past. We are putting the past where it belongs, in the past. We're not letting the past define your future. We have a line in the sand. We have a line. Sometimes I will visually do this with a client where on the whiteboard, I'll put a line in the middle and I'll put all those expired thoughts on the left side, all those up until today's, or I used to be the person who, or I am no longer the person who blank, all that goes on the left. And then on the right, we actually create the new thoughts. Okay, so on the right side, it's as of today, I say yes to new possibility. As of today, I let myself start things even before I feel ready, right? I am now the person who says yes to themselves. I am becoming a person who receives support when it's given to them, right? Maybe you have this belief that you need to be successful on your own, or that it's weak for you to ask for help, right? You can think, up until today, I would think it is a sign of weakness to ask for help. As of today, I realize that if I have a big mission, it's going to require big support. I am becoming the person who receives support when it's offered to me and when I want it. Okay, so these are just such beautiful phrases to have. Up until today, I would need other people's approval before I pursue something. Up until today. As of today, I don't require people's approval for me to live my dreams. As of today, I say yes to my dreams and my ideas because I am excited about them. As of today, I give myself permission. I am becoming the person who doesn't require the permission of others. You hear how powerful this is? So use the line in the sand approach with your clients and start seeing the breakthroughs that it's going to create in their lives and also in your own. Wow. Okay. I've been so excited to share this one. I wanted to save this concept for episode 100 because this is one of my favorite concepts to teach. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. I'm going to leave at the end of this episode a snippet from one of our students who have gone through the academy. Listen to their story. I know a lot of you who joined the academy, you say that you love hearing from our past students. It's inspired you. So here's a quick story from one of our students and some of their tips to be successful as a coach. Enjoy their story. And I'll see you on the next episode and for the next 100 on the way. See you in the next one.
Hi, my name is Brandon Fryman. I'm a college instructor and a coach. What drew me to Thriving Coach Academy was my interest in coaching. I didn't know much about it beforehand. I went to a couple of seminars and was just more and more interested in it and wanted to see what I can do. Some hesitations that I had before joining was due to the fact that there's so many programs out there. I didn't know which one would be the right fit. And once I started the program with Module 1, I knew it was a great fit. I felt like at first, will I be accepted being me? Do I have to be somebody else? But I was able to be me, in which I really love with this whole program. It was fun, it was interactive, and it really taught me that I can be me even during coaching sessions. Before enrolling into Thriving Coach Academy, I had absolutely no business experience. A couple of weeks after just the first module, I had my first paid client, which was great for me, especially for my whole idea of what coaching is. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get paid, or how I was going to get paid, or how I was going to get my clients. And then I signed up my second paid client, and now I'm having more and more clients sign up that I had to create a calendar because I was getting too busy and wanted to make sure that I wasn't overbooking myself. And since then, one of those clients that I had, she is now re-signing up with me because she got so much value out of my first package. And not only is she just re-signing, she is sending me a bonus in which I didn't even ask for it because she said that she got so much value out of it. If you're thinking of applying to Thriving Coach Academy, my suggestion is go and apply right away. The amount of business support, the mentoring, the templates, all the things that you have in the portal, the peer groups, the community that you're creating. I don't regret whatsoever joining Thriving Coach Academy and the whole program. The instructors are great. You get to be you. It's fast, and there's just so much available for you. It is such a fun time to grow your business, and this academy is by far the best.
Hey, would you like access to powerful coaching tools you can use on yourself and clients right away? For being a listener of the podcast, I'm giving you a VIP guest pass to get a sneak peek into my coach training program. Inside, you'll learn our coaches' secret tool they use to transform their clients' lives. And you'll also get a training on how to launch a coaching business. Just head over to www.thrivingcoachacademy.com/VIP to get started. I'll see you on the inside.